tell me what drew you to Psych2Go?
Yeah, so it started a few years ago when I was in university. So I was sitting in a large 600 class auditorium,
Oh,
Introduction to Psychology, and we all know so well.
600. When I was in school, it was 300, and I thought that was too big.
Yeah, so I was very fortunate to go to McGill, and in the first year, we have these large classes, and they're meant to be introductory classes. So I was sitting in Introduction to Psychology, and I just remember having no knowledge of psychology. Even with that, I was like, oh my goodness, this thing is like so cool. Let me learn more. I want to like talk about it. I want to get involved in any way that I can. And so, like you, I went on YouTube and I literally typed in psychology and saw what popped up, and Psych2Go was one of the channels. And I was drawn in by the way that they convey their messages in such a relatable and such a honest and vulnerable way, I would say. I'm just speaking the truth and telling what things are as a fact. And so I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I'm an undergrad student. I would love to get involved in any way that's possible. And to my surprise, they got back to me. And so since then, it's been just an amazing honor to be a part of Psych2Go. So I started with just helping out, talking about things that I learned in my class and translating it to some of the scripts and videos. And then I became a part of community management after that.
Is there a topic that you guys cover that you feel most passionate about?
So for me personally, I'm very passionate about youth mental health. I've always wanted to do pediatric psychiatry, and that's what I'm working towards. So yeah, I've gotten the opportunity after undergrad to continue doing grad studies. So that's what I'm doing now. And as a
Yay.
part of that, I got to learn more about neuropsychiatric disorders. And I even got the chance to go to the neuropsychiatric wards and see a bit of what it's like there. And I
That's
have to say,
great.
after all of that, I'm even more excited to hopefully one day work in this field. And I'm just looking forward to what's to come.
So what do you do personally to stay hopeful during this time?
Yeah, I think especially during the COVID times when I'm personally just like locked in my home all the time. I think I'm quite busy with coursework. I'm still in university, so I do some uni work. I also try my best to just relax, go on walks, play with my dog, simple things like that. I think apart from that, mindfulness has also been a really, really good resource that I've been using. So I'm reading a book, Mindfulness, Finding Peace in a Frantic World. I would recommend it.
Good one.
And if you just go on SoundCloud and type in the title of the book, you will hear a lot of sound, like kind of track lists. And I think each mindfulness practice is about 3 or 4, sometimes 8 minutes each, but it leaves me feeling so refreshed. So I really love that. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, for the better or the worse, right? Uni work takes up most of my time. I think I spend about 8 hours or so a day doing that. And then the other times just either sleeping or exercising or eating, just pretty typical things.
That's amazing. How do you manage to fit in the work you do for Psych2Go?
Yeah, so I live by Google Calendar. Like I live by it and I schedule things like, oh my goodness, to the minute almost. So I try to usually leave the evenings free for Psych2Go, for other extracurricular activities that I'm involved in. The morning is when I usually do my revision. The afternoon is when I have class. So it's pretty busy, but ultimately I think the busy life is the happy life for me. I can't imagine myself doing anything else at this stage.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, let's look into your future then. Where do you see yourself in 10 years, Monica?
In 10 years, hopefully I would have finished medical school by then. I would love, love, love to have the opportunity to do that. I love working with clinical populations, and during my time working in the hospitals, getting some work experience, it was something that I was always looking forward to. And I just knew, like, I had that feeling that that's something I wanted to continue doing. And so hopefully I'll be doing something related to either psychiatry or pediatrics or neurology, neurosurgery, anything related to sort of like the brain health, the brain sciences.
That's cool.
Um, and I would still imagine myself being a part of the Psych2Go team, helping them, hopefully by that time, being able to provide medical advice to our viewers. So personally, curiosity is one of the best traits that any person could have. It gives me the sense of like purpose almost, because it's kind of like a challenge, like, oh, I want to learn more about, I don't know, neurotransmitters one day or something like that. And then I go on like a little quest, to try to search up information, write my notes, consolidate the information, and hopefully get the chance to teach it to other people. So it's like a very nice cycle, and ultimately driven by curiosity. So I think as long as someone has curiosity, they can feel happy learning anything.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's amazing.
Well, you're just delightful, Monica. I'm so glad I got to interview you today. And please keep doing the good work that you're doing at Psych2Go.
You as well. I'm so excited to see where your channel is going to go and how amazing it's going to be. Very exciting to be a part of the psychology community together. And thank you so much for having me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming. I so appreciate it. And please tell the whole team that I'm a big fan, okay?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Also appreciate this a lot.
All right. Well, you're welcome back anytime.